Hello everyone, welcome to the video lecture on NLAW Circuit Lab Experiments. This is Savita Soma, working as Assistant Professor of EC Department, GNDC, Bidar. In this video, we will be observing the demo on Colpitts oscillator. This oscillator is one kind of LC oscillator and it is used to generate the high frequency signal typically in the range of radio frequencies. In this circuit, LC circuit is used in the feedback path of the oscillator. So this circuit shows the tank circuit called as LC circuit. So LC circuits oscillates as the resonant frequency. Initially you can see in this diagram, capacitor is connected in parallel with the inductance L. Initially capacitor is charged to the finite voltage or the finite voltage is applied to the capacitor by closing this switch and connecting the supply. As soon as the capacitor is fully charged, the supply is disconnected by opening the switch and capacitor starts to discharge through the inductance L. When the capacitor discharges completely, inductor produces back EMF and capacitor starts to charge in the reverse direction. Once this capacitor charges completely, again it starts to discharge through the inductance in the reverse direction. In this way, in this LC circuit, energy gets transferred in the inductance and capacitance, and because of that we are getting the oscillations in the output, and frequency of oscillation can be given as F is equals to 1 divided by 2 pi root L into C. Colpitts oscillator is designed by connecting this LC circuit in the feedback path of the transistor amplifier as shown in this diagram. So this is your LC circuit. So this LC circuit is constructed by using one inductance L and two capacitors connected in parallel with this inductance, and this LC circuit is connected in the feedback path of this transistor oscillator. Okay. So once we turn on the LC circuit, it will be resonating at the resonant frequency, but its amplitude is very small. The generated signal is feedback to the amplifier circuit, which here you can see here the output is feedback to the amplifier circuit by using this capacitance. So this amplifier circuit will amplify the signal, and amplified signal is once again fed back to the feedback circuit. So by adjusting the loop gain of this circuit, we can get the sustained oscillation, and the oscillation frequency of that sustained oscillation F can be given as F is equals to 1 divided by 2 pi root L into C, and in this circuit where C is equals to series combination of C can be given as C1 into C2 divided by C1 plus C2. So now we will see how to connect the circuit and take the output. Okay, so this is the breadboard. So in this breadboard we are just connecting the transistor. So this is an NPN transistor SL100 with the three terminals. The terminal which is nearer to this notch is called as emitter. The terminal beside that is base, and the next terminal is called as collector. So I will connect the transistor in this circuit, in this breadboard. Then we will make the connection according to the circuit shown already. Okay. So you can see. So this is the ammeter of the transistor. You just refer the circuit diagram once here. So you can see to the ammeter of the transistor we have connected one resistance, that is 1 kilo ohm resistor, and across that 1 kilo ohm resistor we have connected 47 microfarad capacitor. I will make that connection. So to the ammeter I will connect a resistor. Then I will just connect a 47 microfarad across this resistor, that is in parallel with this resistor. Then I will be connecting a resistor 5.6 kilo ohm across the collector terminal of the transistor, and one more terminal of the resistor is connected to the VCC. So like this we will make all the connections. So as shown in this diagram. So in this diagram you can see here, this is the transistor and this is the tank circuit, which is constructed by taking two capacitors in parallel with these two capacitors. So this is the inductance. So I have connected this inductance in parallel with this capacitor. These capacitors. So combination of these circuit is forming a tank circuit. So the one end of the tank circuit is given to the base terminal of the transistor, and other end of the tank circuit is given to the collector terminal of the transistor. You can see here. So one end is connected to the collector terminal of the transistor, this one, and other end is connected to the base terminal of the transistor. And we can see here, just I have connected the VCC, that is positive terminal of the VCC is given to the 5.6 kilo ohm, one end of the 5.6 kilo ohm, and negative terminal of the VCC is grounded here. So this is our ground terminals, that is whichever connections is required, the ground that is connected to this point. Okay, then I have taken one channel to take the output of the CRO, that is positive terminal of the CRO is connected to the 0.1 capacitor, that is one terminal of the this one capacitor. Vout is connected to one terminal of the 0.1 capacitor. So same thing I have done here. Positive terminal of the CRO is connected to one terminal of the capacitor. Negative terminal of the CRO I have connected to ground. Okay. So now we will just switch on the power supply. Okay. And just I will keep the VCC. I will adjust the VCC for around 10 volt. Okay. Right, then I will just observe the waveform on the CRO. You can just adjust the exposition as well as you can just adjust the amplitude also by wearing this. And just I will first make it aligned for the center line, then I will just see it. Okay, so these are the sinusoidal output which you are getting by using the Colpitts oscillator. So now we will just see how to calculate the F, that is frequency of oscillation. So we are just adjusting the starting of the waveform. You can see here. So this is the starting of the waveform. So it is going towards the positive direction, then it is coming to the negative direction, and here the complete cycle will be ending. So we'll just take the time period taken by the circuit to complete one cycle. So that is around 1 division, 2 division, 3 divisions, and we have to multiply with the times per division, that is around 2 microseconds, that is, so 1 2 3 into 2 microseconds. So you just calculate it. So whatever t we will get, we will just take the inverse of it. So that will be giving us the frequency of oscillation. And in our circuit we have designed the Colpitts oscillator circuit for the frequency of 100 kilohertz. Okay, so this is how you can just get the oscillations. Of course you can vary the frequency of oscillations just by varying the value of inductance and capacitance, that is by varying the value of tank circuits. Okay, thank you.